Guys, so it's Hailey. I'm sorry I'm making another video so soon. I know it sounds really weird to say that, but it's true. This one's kind of a lengthy one, but it is story time, and I'm going to be talking about something that means a lot to me. So today was just the most extraordinary day of my life, to put it simply. Um, so most of you know, or a lot of you who know me. Oh, hair. Sorry, I look kind of crusty. I got back from a concert a couple hours ago and have been cleaning up around the house and stuff. Um, but most of you know that Motionless is my favorite band. They are my everything. They are my favorite band. They are just my whole world. I've been a fan of them for 7 years, and they're just everything to me. Well, tonight I got to meet Chris, and I've met Chris before about probably 5 or 6 times, I would say. Through meet and greet stuff and, things I paid for or even just showing up to shows early. But tonight was really, really the most personal to me. So last night I went to bed thinking, hey, I'm not going to this tour. They were doing the Nocturnal Underground tour. Well, not anymore. Today was the last day of it, but they were doing that tour, and I wanted to go because I haven't missed Emotionless tour in ages. It has been a while since I missed Emotionless tour, but I'm not trying to get into my personal life too much, but my grandma's been in the hospital, and I've had to take care of my grandpa, and he can't really take care of himself, so I couldn't leave him, and just things were not, adding up to me going. And I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to, and it was all the way in Colorado Springs. I live in Denver. That's a 2-hour drive. And I was like, I'm not going to have a ride down there. I'm not going to have anything. So I wasn't planning on going. It wasn't going to happen. And I wake up today to a DM from Chris, Motionless, the lead singer, asking me, hey, are you going to the show tonight? And I was like, what? I was already speechless. I was like, what, how, why, why did he message me? And I was so astounded. Well, he later tells me, well, I told him kind of, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to, I don't know. And he offered me backstage passes, guest list with a +1. And he was like, that it's really nice I'm taking care of my grandpa. And I told him that I got, that taken care of because I did. I was like, yeah, I'm going to that. That's, yeah, I was not going to miss out for the world. I was like, I will go or die trying. Well, another thing, I got my license not too long ago. I think I made a video when I did. I'm not the best driver. I'm a good driver, but I'm not a confident driver. I have not driven enough by myself or just without an adult or a parent in the car that I have confidence to drive. A few days ago, I couldn't drive to the mall because it freaked me out getting on the highway and stuff. And I drove 2 hours, 70, no, not 70, what was it? Yeah, it was 70. It was 74 miles to go see them. It just, that fear was gone. I was like, yeah, I had motive, and I went. And the messaging was already enough to make my day. That was already so meaningful to me. That already was just, And so I get there and we get our backstage passes and we watch the show and all that good stuff after that long trip, which, might I say, I would do it again over and over and over again, for tonight. And Chris is messaging me after the show. He's like, oh, hey, did you make it? And I was trying to find him, and I was even like, yeah, I'm trying to find you. Because I had backstage passes, these things that he gave me, and it was a big venue. I don't remember what the venue was called, quite honestly, and none of the workers really knew their way around there either, and none of them were really helping me that much, or at least succeeding in helping me. And they were like, well, you need to go to this elevator, the east elevator, and you need to have Chris or someone escort you. They didn't say Chris because they didn't know it was Chris, but they're like, you need to have someone escort you. And I told Chris, and Chris was even saying he was kind of busy, and that he would make time to see me, though. He was saying that, tonight's the last night of the tour, so he was going to be really busy, but just the part how he was like, I will, make time to see you, that was just oh my god, that meant the world to me. And that's just God, I don't even have words. How nice is that? And so later he sent AJ, their tech, up that elevator to go get me, as an escort. And I thought I was just going backstage. Well, he kind of goes down there, and then we go outside the tour bus, and Chris comes out, and he comes up to us and he gave me the biggest hug. Like, he gave me the biggest hug I've ever had in my life. In that hug, you could just feel how appreciative he is and how, like, genuine he is. And um, I was telling him how I always go to all their shows and stuff, and he's like, I know, I recognize you. And he told me he recognized me from the TEI class from Warped Tour, and that, like, he saw, like, on, like, my Twitter, like, I tweeted or said something about not going to the show tonight. And so I think that's why he messaged me. But, what else were we talking about? We were just making, like, jokes and stuff, and, like, I got to just thank him on, like, a personal level. And, like I said, I've met him before, and it was just tonight was the best. Tonight was the best day of my life. It was the best experience meeting him. It was so personal. It was just me, him, and Adrian outside, and the fact that he made that time. Like, I mean, he had to go on with Breaking Benjamin because he was even like, oh yeah, I have to go on with Breaking Benjamin in a little bit. Like, we're doing, I'm singing a song with them. I guess he asked if I was gonna watch Korn and Breaking Benjamin, and I told him no. I basically just went for them, but I was like, I'm going to now. But like, he's busy, you know, and he literally made time and had me personally escorted down to meet him. And he even semi walked Adrian into the parking lot, and it's just like, God, like, what a humble, kind-hearted human. Like, who, it's so rare, especially in the music industry or anything, for someone to be so pure and so, like, down to earth. Like, oh my God, he really gives back to his fans. He really does appreciate us. He really gives a fuck about us. He really cares. And, you know, this person being, like, my biggest inspiration, the reason that I'm who I am, almost the reason that I have, you know, become this person. Motionless White's had a lot to do with me as a person, and just that this person is so kind-hearted and so sweet. And I was telling him how I buy out all their merch because I always buy all their merch. I really do. Like I said, this band is my life. And he was so appreciative. Like, he was so thankful. And um, we were just making jokes about him being old because we were trying to take a picture for like on the selfie side. Like, we took, like, you know, a normal one, and then we took, like, a selfie picture, and he was like, I don't know how to do this or something like that. And I was like, it's because you're old, you're 30 now. And we are just, like, making jokes. And he was saying, like, oh, we'll go to Chuck E. Cheese for the after party and just stuff like that. But it was just like, it was kind of like all my dreams came true in a sense. Like, I've literally had dreams of things like this happening. Like, me meeting Chris, like, just kind of like one-on-one. I mean, like, well, two-on-one because it was me and Adrian, but still, like, you know, like this. Like, and it was just, like, unreal. It was such an unreal experience. It was just so, like I said, it was really my dreams coming true in purest form. And it was just the most magical night. I mean, he gave us these free tickets. He went out of his way to meet me. And I honestly can't say thank you enough. I can't be appreciative enough. I cried in the car because I was just like, I was even telling Adrian the whole ride home, I was like, when people say he's humble, they don't even understand how humble he really is, how the fame hasn't tainted him. I even told him that too, and he was like, oh, you don't have to say that. And oh my God, it was just the most magical time. Those 12 minutes just talking to him literally mean everything to me. And I'm sorry if this was kind of a long video, but it's something very special to me that I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, but I will make a new video soon. Thank you for listening to this long, lengthy video of me talking about just, I burped, me talking about my favorite thing on earth. And everyone really deserves to have something they love this much, something so pure and beautiful. And I know it sounds really, like, oh, it sounds really gay or really, like, I don't know, corny, but it's so true. Like, I think everyone deserves to have this happiness given to them, like, or something that makes them so happy. And because it's just amazing. It feels like I've literally never felt this good in my whole life. I've never been this happy. And like I said, just everyone deserves, like, a hobby or a passion that makes them feel this way. And yeah, so that's kind of all I wanted to say, but I will make a new video later. maybe another makeup look, I suppose. But you guys have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. I will see you guys later.